I'm coming. Hold on. Thought you guys were going to start without me. This is September 17th, Friday. The weekend is here, and I'm John Zidar. On behalf of PB Alerts, giving you the alerts you want, but the training you need. Don't overlook that training now. It's a lot cheaper in the front door than it is the back door. Take my word for it. This is my DD. I like to call it hot and at the top. I look at stocks that are, well, hot and at the top. We look at big volume leaders that have just produced high amounts of volume, or high amounts of percentages, which is really what we like to find. And you can get a lot of information from screeners. There's just lots there to go through. But I find that can be a lot of work, and I haven't found it to be particularly isolating the stocks I want to find, the ones that are actually potentially strongest to move. Just because they've had a lot of volume doesn't mean they have a lot of interest. How can I gauge interest? Well, I've got a special place I go, and I touched on this the other day, but I want to share it with you today, how quickly this is and how well it does at pinpointing stocks that you should be looking at. Come on with me. Surprise, it's over here at the OTCmarkets.com. I get a lot of information here, including some really good leads. This is a legitimate site. FINRA and SEC has all of the filings, financials, disclosures, stock information all put here for the investors to find. So when you go out on the internet searching for it, this is where they're getting it from. Why not come to the pool all the horses are drinking at? Now, I'm not going to go through all of this. I just want to focus in on a particular area. But before we do, let's take a look over here at how the day finished on the OTC market. Was a wee bit better than yesterday, but it was still a low day. But then look at the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. That was a pretty hard fall today. Okay, trades, we did 399,000, just about 400,000 trades. Yesterday we did 350,000. It was a wee bit more, but it's still low. 500,000 is about an average day, slow average. Share volume only 20 billion. Average day is 30 billion on a slow day. We did 15 billion yesterday, so it is coming up. 2.4 billion in dollars. You know, we averagely do 2.1, 2.2 any day, and today we did 2.4. So all in all, that's pretty good, I guess. Though I'd love to see higher volume in trades, obviously. Now, we're not going to do anything here. Come up here and hit this current market, because you're going to be doing this during the day. So you don't want closing, you want current market. And what you're going to get are three different windows here: most active, advancers, and decliners. We are going to focus in on advancers. Now, you got three ways that you can focus in: over $1, over a nickel, or you can look at all the stocks on the OTC market at one time. We're going to go ahead and look at them all. Now, it's going to be messy because there's a lot of stocks there we don't pay any attention to. Now, what we're going to do here is focus in on interest, not the volume. We don't care how many shares they sold. We do, but that's not what we're looking at. It will follow what we find. We're not looking at how much money they've sold. We're not looking at any of those things, not even percentages. Not as our primary focus. Our primary focus is interest. How many trades are happening? And this is one of the only sites I found. Now, I'm not saying it is the only, but this is all I found. Right here it shows trades. Come on down here and it tells you exactly how many trades. So this trade here that did 9,900% gains today, it only took one person and one trade to do that. I can't explain why, how, or the reasoning behind it, but that's a fact. And chances are you're not going to be able to make any money trying to ride this to the next level. Here's one at 116. Now, this would be one I'd look at. It does show strong volume that follows the interest, and it shows strong dollars, and it shows strong percentage. But it's a stop sign. Stop sign is dark and defunct. We can't buy it on the open market, so we ignore them. So don't pay attention to any of the stop signs. Don't pay attention to the double diamonds. That is a CE. CE is caveat emptor, which is Latin for buyer beware. These are the worst stocks. Skull and crossbones, folks, literally. They're the worst stocks, so we don't look at them either. So that's taken all the, and they're going to disappear by September 28th. These are all going to start disappearing and we won't see them anymore. The gold mine right now, because of that September 28th date, are these yield signs. You can buy a yield sign. Now you say, why would I want to buy a sign that has limited information? Well, I'm going to show you the reason. But in saying, because each one will show a reason, and you're going to see a pattern here right now. And market sentiment goes through phases, and this phase will end probably September 28th, and it's going to get hot between now and then. Big gainers, 400, 500% gainers in 10, 15, 30 minutes. We have been looking at them all week. But in saying that, we're going to find stuff here that makes no sense whatsoever. No reasoning. As a matter of fact, I got a perfect one to show you. This one here, Face Drive Inc. Face Drive Inc. was doing pretty good today, but they weren't supposed to. They were doing pretty good yesterday, but they weren't supposed to. What do I mean they weren't supposed to? Well, here, today, and I read this, I'll show you about what time I read this, and it's very, very short. This is all about Face Drive. So this is just news right there. It says, a Canadian people and Planet First tech ecosystem company would like to confirm at the request of the IIROC that its management is unaware of any material change in the company's operations that would account for the recent increase in market activity. They're coming straight out in a news press release saying there's no reason for our stock to be worth any more than it was yesterday. We don't know why the stock is climbing. And let me show you what it did yesterday and today. And even after they put this press release out, it went another dollar, yes, another dollar beyond and kept rising. Check this out. There you go. You have Face Drive. Right here it hit a low bubble. Okay, I always say when a low bubble gets hit, it's going to bounce if it has any value. Folks, that ain't a bounce. That is a friggin' launch to the moon. And right here, right at 283, yep, right there is when I saw the news. Now, I don't know when the news came out, but that's when I saw the news. And it still went up another dollar. That was 283, and it went to 383 before it decided to come down. And why did it climb? No reason. The company tells you there's no reason. I mean, the investors can't create value in a stock, so who knows? Maybe there's something on Twitter. If you go jumping around, you might find out. But my point is, where we're searching, there will normally be a reason, but not always a reason. But that's okay. It's interesting to learn and see this stuff happen in front of your eyes. So let's jump back to OTC markets. So we're back to our main page here with the advancers. So what I am primarily looking for now, because I know September 28th, they are taking all of these stop signs and the yield signs are in danger, taking them off the market. They're all in danger. All these guys are in danger of being yanked. So there's a lot of companies filing 10Ks, which they must get up to date, which are financials. Maybe a couple years, maybe just a few quarters. Whatever it is, they're late and they're not filing. So when these get filed, it's very exciting. Very exciting because they're going to get their status lifted up, be pink current and safe, which means people's investments are safe in them. And this is really causing a lot of excitement right now. So what I do is I look for yield signs that have high numbers over here. Now we don't have a lot yet, so we just kick this more button out and see what we got going. Now I'm really only looking right here, just looking down this line. Now there's one that's now here's 97 on a yield sign. Okay, 233% it's up. Now of course this is the end of the day, but you can see this live during the day, but you have to hit that refresh button in the corner if you're on your computer. It doesn't change automatically, but as often as you change it, it'll change. And I think there is a time delay. I'm almost sure there is. I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's not just 15 seconds. It could be 10-minute delay. Could be. But when you're planning to play for the whole day and you're looking for a big long game, these are good ways to find them, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So where did we find that one we were just looking at? 97. All right, so that had some good volume. It had over 1 million shares, 233% NHLG. Now, I could click this and it'll take me right to the page and we can scroll down to the bottom and see the news. But if I do that, I have to come back to this page and keep clicking that more button. So I've got another window I have over here open, not that one, right there, that I just drop in the ticker and we'll just get the information that way. So I bring it over here and I see we're at 10 cents right now, pink limited. It is purchasable and they need to go current. There's something going to be happening here. Let's see what we got. Scroll down to the bottom. Old, that's from 2007, not very inspiring. SEC order of suspension. Attorney letter with respect to current information 9/16. That was yesterday, folks. A attorney letter, you can see here 9/14 and 9/14, they put out some quarterly reports, financials. Then they have to have an attorney letter, stamp it with approval that it's legal and binding and can be accepted. They could have their filings in there all day long, but if they don't get an attorney letter, they'll never get them accepted. So that's the last block. That's the pinnacle to the teepee right there. So once that hit, excitement happened. And you saw 233% gains. Now let's just see what that looks like because, hey, a chart looks a heck of a lot better than a number. All right, let's back out. We're at 5 minutes there. That's 30 minutes. So the volume was only about 2 million for the whole day. So you're not going to see a lot of grand bars. But right there. Now, if I'm correct, this is yesterday. 9/16 it is. And that's the day before? It is. So there was very little volume, folks. That's it for the whole day yesterday. That's it. You had 3 here. But today had a lot of volume because it's going current. Not only did it have a lot of volume, it had a lot of gains. All right, back to that advanced chart to find another one. Coming down, let's see, 81, 207%. You got to admit, you like those percentages, don't you? RWMI. Is this one going to be going current? Are we going to see a trend here? Pink limited at 36 cents. Verified profile just this month, so they've gotten all their information tagged by them. OTC market. There is no news since 2006. Semi-annual report for 9/9/21. So you've got a lot of reports here now. You can come up to the top and come up here to disclosure, and you can sometimes find even more disclosures. They've got 3 buttons here, and I got to be honest, I don't understand them. Active, inactive, and then all. And this will show you all the different filings, and it looks like they don't have anything newer than 9/21. But look, there was nothing here since 2007. This company has been a very bad place. Okay, they did do something in 2016, so we're still back 5 years. So just seeing these come out is very exciting, and it got this company, how much gain was that? 207%. Let's find a bigger number. 525, another one, VTXB. Had 14 million shares, 189%. That doesn't sound like a bad day to me. Jump over here and see what we got for, I don't even know the name of it. Vortex Brands, verified profile, transfer agent verified. That's good information. Shell Risk, if they're not doing anything because they're doing a reverse merger, that would be a good thing. So what do we got here? We have on the 9, 13, and 12, look at all these. There it is. Quarterly reports, attorney letter of respect, quarterly reports, attorney. They're on the ball here. And over here is the important part. This tells you what year they're filing for. 2021. So you can see they have been piling on the work to get current. And again, it shows, you know. Now again, let's look. I'm not paying attention to any of these. They may be making big gains, but I don't think there's enough interest with only 20 trades. That might be 20 people. That's not enough to consider a crowd. I don't consider 20 a crowd. I'm looking for a crowd. 54 doesn't matter. It's a stop sign. 301. That's a pink. Now, you want to know why it's running. It may not be going current. Maybe it's got a real catalyst. So let's go check out NBLWF. Let me see. That one did 107% today. It's $1.66. And it only sold 60,000 shares. So it is going to be thin. All right, let's see if we can find any news or filing. First off, it's penny stock exempt. So it doesn't have to file the same way the other companies do, so the chances of it ever being defunct is pretty scarce. That doesn't mean they file on time. It just means they don't get punished for it. Let's see, under disclosures. I am there. Geez, look at that. Paper only. 1987. Those were their last filings. Let's see if there's anything under inactive. It's having a hard time searching. How about oh, something was coming up. Look at that, 1987. There's nothing here on filings, dang sure. So how about news? No, there is absolutely nothing. So again, I can see no reason for this jumping, but it has. Now maybe there's insider buys. You don't know. There could be. There's a lot of things that can happen in the shadows on the sides, but the truth of the matter is a lot of stocks will move simply because they had one big purchase, one big volume spike, and that's all it takes to churn the wheel over to the next cycle. People seen it move, so they get involved. All right, let's keep going. We got a few more here. Notice these are all real low numbers. 42, that's no, not really. 3,577. Would you call that a crowd? Okay, so this definitely constitutes. We have, 57 million shares were traded from 3,500 some odd people. They did over $4.5 million worth of business just on their stock today. That's interesting to know, right? And 98% gains, almost a whole 100%. AXTG is already current, so what is their stimulus? What has got them running, and are they going to continue to run? Verified profile, transfer agent, they say they're a shell risk. Let's see what we got here. Is there any news today? Well, yes, there is. AITX subsidiary, T8 Exchange, obtains exclusive right to develop non-fungible tokens. Here we go again, folks, NFTs. These are collectibles. They don't got a set price. Is this the one? It is. Look at this, folks. Look at this. Of historic Babe Ruth and Roger Maris autographed baseball. Now, something you need to know, whenever there is a piece of artwork, for it to be valuable, it has to be authorized. It has to be legitimate. You just can't go grabbing up someone's song or someone's movie or picture and selling it, making money. You got to get their permission. And they get a royalty. They get something out of it. So anytime you see an NFT with a Marilyn Monroe or a Babe Ruth or a Mick Jagger or 50 Cent, whoever, they're getting paid for whatever's on that NFT. And you know what's special? You've got the only one. They're not going to be printing 100 of these. They're going to be unique, and that's what is going to give them value. So just like an autographed Babe Ruth baseball, there's only one, and they're only going to have one NFT of the baseball, which will make it worth hundreds of thousands, maybe $1 million. I'm not kidding. That's what people are paying for NFTs. So that's why it's exciting. So there you go. They are developing a non-fungible token of a historic Babe Ruth and Roger Maris autographed baseball. Boom. So that is a legitimate catalyst. If you're following cryptos and NFTs, that is definitely going to be a wave maker. Let's see what else we got here. Another big number. Oh, they're getting small. How about this one? 508. I'd call 508 a crowd. And 87 million I call high volume. So this definitely constitutes. And look at that price. This is the low one. Now those others were like $1.66. This one is under a penny. This one's at 0042. They did 75% today. And there were 508 people watching it that bought 87 million shares between them. So let us check this out. And it is a yield sign. So there is a very good likelihood that this one is going current too. hot dogs. Market worldwide core, 75% gains, peak limited verified profile, all good, looking nice over there. So let's see what we got down here at the news. No news whatsoever. Dun da da da. Pacham! 9/17 today, a attorney letter with respect to current information with quarterly reports right before it. So again, we have another company that is strictly rising because they're excited that they're going current. They're not there yet. When it does happen, probably another bump, because this is exciting news. It's kind of like your kid graduating from high school and then moving out. You know, you're willing to have two parties for that. And that's what this is really all about. And it's only going to last till September 28th. And then the guillotine falls and it's over. Heads off. Let's get back to our list, see if there's anything more worth looking at today. 146 people. That's a stop sign. Not interested. Well, 83 people did 2.3 million shares. Got this up to devil's number, 666. Not that I think about that. And that's all right. You get it? Right? 666. It's just a joke. Don't get all upset about it. All right, I'm taking this. Let's go see what Mr. Right has done for us today. That is Right Core 02895. Pink limited verified profile, so they're all in the right condition. Any news today? No, that's years old. And today, all right, there you go again. Quarterly reports, and they're coming back to back to back. There was 3 of them today. 3 reports. So again, just for filing financial reports. Most companies don't get bumps for filing financial reports. It's what's expected. It's what you do. These are bad boys who are showing signs of behaving, so we're patting them on the back. And we're the ones getting the rewards. So, again, this is a short-lived catalyst play that you can keep looking at. Here's another one. 164 people did just about 5 million shares. WPUR. I just sold mine the other day. It was down for a while, took a bump. I made a gain, got out, and jumped into my play that we were talking about the other day. Yes, I did. So what did they do after I left? Of course they went up, right? Doggone it. That's what you got to do. Just jump into whatever I get out of, and there's your catalyst, folks. Mother Nature's got a cruel sense of humor. Okay, WPUR, how much did it go up? It went up 59% at 0.031. Oh, brother. So let's see. They haven't had anything new come out since the 13th. And just out of curiosity, I've got to do it, folks. Sorry. WPUR. Okay. Oh, that's so sad. Come on. Jiminy Pete. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. I got in, it was a while back. Here. That's where I got in. I got in back here. It dipped, came up, grabbed this high. You could see it dipped again, you know, but I didn't know it was going to dip. But I did. I got a gain there. It wasn't a big old magical gain, but I didn't lose any money. And I was able to play something else, which I did lose a little bit of money in. It's all part of the game, isn't it? Sorry about that. But it's nice to see I know what to pick. I just got to hang in there a little longer. Learn these lessons, folks. Patience pays. I know. We're talking about on a rise, and that is one of the #1 top characteristics of successful traders. Patience on a rise, impatience on a fall. They don't hang around hoping and waiting for it to come back. As soon as it crosses that red line, they're out of there. It's no good. They're just not going to hang around. But when it's rising, well, you've been looking for a riser for how long? So why leave it so quickly? Hang around as long as it wants to. Give it a little room to make a mistake. So far, they've been good to you. And if you now are feeling that it's good, do some more DD. Maybe it's worth sticking in for a while and getting some big gains. Day trades can turn into swing trades depending on your DD. The more you know, no, we're not done. The more you grow. Okay, let's go back, see if there's anything else here, folks, and then we'll wrap it up. So which one was that? WPUR with 164. I'm not even sure what the date is on this, but it seems that these are still today. Let's see, 164, 18, 12, 24. Oh boy. See, now look, we're down to 47%, and we haven't had a triple digit down here. There's one. That's 43%. That's a triple digit. That's really what I look for, triple digits. Of course, 4 digits is real great, and 5 digits is a mind blower. 157 people did just over 1 million shares. Let's see, CDBT. This was pointed out to me today, I do believe. Jump onto our news page. Get out of there. I don't like that about this page. DBT, Wisdom Tree Trust. Whoa. Really? Did I get that right? Let's see if I got that right, folks. CDBT. That's right. One initial. Here we go. China Dashing Biotechnology Company. Just a wee bit different than the other one. Okay, we've got no news, but bingo. What do we got? Do you see the trend here, folks? It's not like I'm making it up. I'm not over-exaggerating it. How many have we looked at that have had most interest on all the stocks on the OTC markets advancers that are going current? Over and over and over again. So, how do you catch them? How do you catch them? All right. This is the last part of tonight's show, so pay attention. You come over here and you come down to news. This is where I hang out all day, but we're not going to look at news. They have news releases, financial reports, and SEC filings. Now, SEC filings are all the filings, whatever they got. S1s, 6s, 5s, 8Ks, 10Qs, they all mean something. Just look them up on Google, they'll tell you. But right here in the financial reports, that's all just financial reports. And over here you see the period end. Look, that's a 2019. Somebody just filed a 2019, so you know they're late. You know they're behind. Now this particular one is so far behind that they're a stop sign, so we can't even buy it. Now maybe you want to put it on a watch list, because once these companies, these stop signs, now this is a lead, and it's going to be a hot lead, but it's 12 days. They've filed. If they get in enough paperwork, they'll get pushed to limited. When they hit limited, you can buy them, and then they move to current. But right now, instead of playing a waiting game and watching, you look for the yield signs. Just look for the yield signs. So look here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the first sign. Multiple filings by any one company with the yield sign. What years? 21, 20, 20, 21. All right, these are annual reports, full year reports. So they may have already done quarterlies, they may not. But in either case, there's a lot of them there, folks. So, and remember, whatever is at the top of the list right now, those are the most current. So we're finding these right now, aren't we? This is not old news. This just came out before the day ended. So this is something that is going to be seen Monday. This could have catalyst. Now, I don't know squat diddly about this, except that they filed a lot. So let's come over here and see what squat or diddly are doing. JV Group, oh my God, did I get that right? Come on now. ASZP, did they just get bumped to limited? ASZP, pink limited information, but caveat emptor. Folks, I don't think I've ever seen that before. I've never seen limited information with a skull. It's always been no information. So I don't even know if I want to touch my screen. I'm afraid I'm going to get bit here. See, we're not going to find any news. They don't let these people talk. So that's a bit, maybe it's going to a yield sign and it's a yield sign right now. I really don't know. Let's see if there's any more disclosures over here. Boy, oh boy. I'm just going to jump out of this because there's plenty to look at. But that's the criteria that you're looking for. That was a mind boggler there. So you're looking for an attorney letter. Whoa, see, we just saw one that bounced. Right there. ID GC just had an attorney letter today for 630. So that would catch them right up. That's the very last one. They've got no other pieces to put on the board. That's it. Game over. They should be good, which is going to take them from yield to current. And that's exciting right now. So let's go see. I want to see what their price is and what sort of gain they had. IDG Global. Didn't we look at this the other day? I think we looked at this the other day. It was already on the chart for something hot. Sure was. I remember this. Wow, look at this, folks. All right, quarterly, annual, supplemental, quarterly, and an attorney letter to cap it all off. A little cherry, boop, right on the top. That is beautiful. All right, let's go take a look at this chart, because this just happened, and I know we watched this yesterday. I'm almost sure we looked at this one yesterday, and it had catalyst then. Today we are refocusing on this catalyst, so that's 2 days in a row. All right, IDGC, ID Global. Let's see where we're at here. I am on a 30-minute. Let's come down to a 5 day, so we got a nice look. Let's just take a look here. All right, volume is, it's thin. It's a thin volume. She's been riding up here at the top, though, right? Look, she took a dip, but she's definitely just sidetracking right now, hard. For the 5 days, let's even go back further. Let's go back a month. Okay. Now, I don't know how long she's been in bad shape. Normally, it's a long time. All right, I don't see a lot of wildness here to get excited about. Now, she's had a very strong, I'm looking at the top across here. You can see right about here, it's definitely defined. So for like a good high spot would be up there. And you can see right here, across all that is another famous resistance. And you got a bunch of small ones here, which stand across over here. You see how they bridge across all the way? Right, you can see from this side to this side. They bridge across, and all of that sits on the bridge. So even though I say this is not a very strong support, because there's not a lot of point touches on it, all of this is literally sitting on it. You see that? Kind of like a bridge. So they are very strong supports. But is it going to run or surge? I don't know. It doesn't look like a runner. It doesn't look like a surger. It looks like a grower. And right now it's at, what do we got here? 0009. So it's at my favorite price in the world. When it hits 2 cents, or not even 2 cents, when it's 002, right now it's at 001 virtually, you've doubled your entire investment. Hits 003, you've tripled. 4, quadrupled. 005, 5 times your investment. I bought into HPIL at 0006, and I was doing very well when it hit 006. And when it hit a penny, it was insane. It has fallen back since then. But I bought it for a hold, and it is a dark and defunct. It is one of these gotta go currents. It's got 12 days. You can't buy it though. I bought it when it was still, I don't know how I got it, folks. It's just a secret jewel I got. But my point is, these guys at that price can make you money very fast. Double, triple your money just from going to 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Why buy at 5 and have to go to 10? Buy at 4 and have to go to 8. Just saying. Just saying. All right. What do we got here? 2020 annual report, UNBK. Now that's pink. Now, just so you can see, oh, if I click it, you're going to lose it. I don't want to lose it. No, I'm not going to click it. You click it. You don't have to do what I'm doing. I jump back and forth because I hate coming back and having to hit that more button 4 times to get back to what I was looking at, right? That's a bit redundant. UNBK, United National Bank, Cairo, Georgia. Interesting. Penny stock exempt, so they don't have to file on time. They never have to file sometimes. They have been filing though. They're filed all on time, and they just filed their annual report today. Annual reports are the goldest gold mine you're ever going to find, folks. If you're looking for information on a company that you want to invest in, find a 10 10K. 10K is an annual report, not quarterly. They have to tell every single thing about their business. Every boil, every freckle, every hair strand. They can't cover up anything. There are more details explicit in a 10K than any other form out there. There's lots of numbers up at the top for the accounting, for those of you who like to read those. And us normal people can get, assets and liabilities. They put those in there and we can read that. But underneath, it says our company started in 1942, and in 1943 we did this, and in 1999 we did this, and just last year we did this. And then at the very bottom, if they've done something current that they didn't get into the report, it's listed under subsequent events. Oh, and by the way, we just made a deal with this company that'll show up in our next quarterly report. So when you get a chance to look at a 10K, that'll give you every question's answer that you need. All right, folks, those are my secret plays that I like to find. That's how I sort it all out. I think that this list here, not this list here, but remember, it's over here under current market. Not most activity, though most activity will show you losers and gainers. You can get trades over there too, but this is just winners. Just winners. And you don't have to go all. Maybe you want some better, decent stocks. Look at these. These are stocks that are obviously going to have catalysts. They're over $1. Here's one with 5,000. Well, that's Face Drive. 5,300 trades for over 3 million trades for over $8 million. And there wasn't a stitch of news except that there's been no change, folks. There's no reason for this, and they still kept doing it. 999 on Nuke. We looked at Nuke the other day because I made a joke about it. Nuke was nuking it. Well, I guess they're still nuking it. They did 30% gains. But you see how far down we are. We looked at NBLF, 301. So we're down fast. We are down fast on the dollar. That shows how weak the market is, considering there's 12,000 securities on the market. You got to figure there's at least 6,000 over $1, and that's all we're coming up with. So there you go. One of my favorite places to go picking berries. I think those are sweet, sweet berries. Just look for the number of trades in 3 digits or more. Normally high volume follows, high percentages follow. And if you find a yield sign in the next 12 days, yield you can buy. And if they're putting in all those filings, they're not playing games. Those filings cost money. They are investing in themselves. And that's investing in the stock. So you can invest in it knowing that they're investing in it and feel confident it's probably going to grow. You don't have to stick in it. Just catch one of those big bounces and get the heck out. But since they're putting out those disclosures in 10K, see what they're doing. Most of them probably aren't doing a whole lot. So grab the gains quick and get out. This is going to be short-lived anyways. It's only 12 days and it's done. So play in the season. Hope I showed you something you didn't know. I love to do that. Remember, the more you know, the more you're going to grow. See you, folks.